Okay guys, now this is the section of Mandalay Bay coming straight from the tram station, so to speak. The small tram that links Excalibur to Mandalay Bay. So the moment you get out, see, these are the escalators that take you on to the tram station and back here. Okay, it is 1 o'clock in the morning, okay guys? My brain might not be working very well, so I have warned you. I am not going to walk and shake, because I know you don't like it too much, so I'll try and do walk and pause and describe things to you. Now it is 1 o'clock in the morning. I wanted to show you, you will see odd things going on. You will see people, well, workers, servicing the machines, emptying out the machines, and as that happens, machines will be closed. Isn't that the sections, you know, section by section? But I think it's far too early for that to happen, so don't worry about it if it's 1 o'clock in the morning. The action is still going to happen for some time. Mandalay Bay is a very big, it feels like it's a big resort inside. I mean, it's not bigger than others, but it goes into different shapes, so I'm just going to have to show you bits and pieces. Starlight Tattoo store. Look how beautiful the ceiling is, you know, from the good old days when Mandalay Bay was heavily frequented by Asian guests. And I love those days because the buffet was great, it was really high-end, it's still beautiful, but they've tried to, you know, I guess there was a change in clientele due to outside circumstances, which I'm not going to get into, but you know. And then from here you see Delano Strait. I'll try and go there. Michael Jackson 1 Theater, the shops, Race and Sports Poker, Four Seasons Hotel on the left, and Mandalay Bay lobby. So let's see if I can show you a little bit. Maybe I should walk a little bit, shouldn't I? Then you have restaurants all over the place. You have, well, these are fun places, and I mean, even if this is closed, I'll show it to you just to give you an idea that there are some fun places everywhere in Vegas, including Mandalay Bay. I mean, it's what makes Vegas interesting, you know, all these fun places, all these cultural, so to speak, furniture, and look, it's actually really fun. Number plates, what can I say, right? It's themed with the restaurant. Look, can you see inside? It's completely empty, of course. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. I like to do it so late so that I don't get the pressure of the crowds. It's just fun, isn't it? I mean, it really is. Something different from what we have at home, wherever home is for you, I'm sure, and me. Blues restaurant, remember that it may be something you want to check or come into if you are in Mandalay Bay, depending on your preference. And it's a little store, of course, the shop, the theme shop. Now there's a cute little kiosk here. You can send your own postcard from this section, and you can touch the camera and take a picture of yourself, and if you stand right in front, see if I can show you. See, like you stand there and it takes a picture of you wherever you stand. Touch the camera and there you go.
Secondly,
Vegas, and you can check House of Blues online, you know, just House of Blues Mandalay Bay. It's really easy. You can find all the menus and so forth. Now, it is nice that you just, Vegas changes all the time, and it's good and bad at the same time. Some things change, not necessarily for the better, but some things change just so that people that continue to come back to Vegas, they will always have something new to enjoy. Then of course, here you've got Mandalay Place, the shops, but if you actually go onto those escalators, do I say elevators sometimes? Can you believe escalators? You will then be able to walk to Luxor, the walkway to Luxor, and then Excalibur. That's Delano right there. Ticket office for one, the show. Now, as you walk towards Delano, the atmosphere will slowly change. I'll see if I can show you. And this is on the way to Delano. This is where the show one takes place, of course. And here we are, Delano. Quite different, isn't it? But don't worry, I'll show you Mandalay Bay. I'll go back and I'll show you all the other areas, of course. But I love what hits me immediately. It's the scent of a high-end resort. I love it. It's delicate, it's not pungent, it's not heavy. Simply love it. Of course, it's 1 o'clock, right? But you've got the sitting areas here for what seems to be a bit of restoration, and I like it though. I'll show you the restaurant, but just wanted to show you the sitting areas. I don't eat at all the restaurants. I mean, we specialize on buffets in Vegas, but occasionally we cover a couple of restaurants. And this is Della's Kitchen. And it was nice, right? If you don't mind being seen by everybody, but it's lovely. Now we're venturing into Delano more and more. Well, we are in Delano. Of course, your little gift store and retail store. Things are always overpriced in those retail stores, so try and buy whatever you need ahead of time, or go onto the strip. There are a couple of Walgreens and CVS that you can buy things at a reasonable price. Of course, many of you will not care. It's up to you. I'm just talking to the frugal-minded. Isn't this nice? I guess I'm a night person. And I'll show you here. I mean, it's nice. It's a nice feel. But believe me, Mandalay Bay is equally nice. It's just a little different. And this used to be the hotel, remember? Can you believe there are two little dogs there? And they're alive too. They're not fake. Cute. Well-behaved dogs. Get out. And these are the corridors. I really do love the atmosphere here. And I'm going to speak very softly because it's 1 o'clock in the morning. Here are actually the various meeting rooms. And I'm going to show you a regular corridor, but the various meeting rooms here, I do like the feel. The scent is pervasive. It's everywhere. And I do like these touches, you know, with these beautiful images of the canyons. Of course, these rooms are closed, and I could come in the day, but it'll be buzzing with people, and maybe I should show it to you then. I just felt like doing it tonight, you know? Okay. And these are the rooms. See? What happens, and I think it's happening to me and to some of you, is that I tend to find, say, my home resorts, and some of them happen to have to be budget, because I have to show you budget resorts, and that was the original idea of Top Buffet, everything on the cheap. And then I started staying at higher end resorts, such as Mandalay Bay, Aria, Wynn, and so forth. And so I have shown you those. And actually, at the beginning, I just wrote about things, the reviews of the various reviews of Vegas, and then I started showing videos. Well, and so you have so many options. You have so many options in Vegas, and Delano is certainly one of them. With Mandalay Bay and Delano and Four Seasons, it will be a stay where you probably should be renting a car, or have your own car, or using limos. I hope maybe you don't care about using taxis, it's fine by you. But you know, with cabs and taxis over the weekend, remember that there might be lineups, you have to wait for a while. I love these pictures at the end of the corridor. It's just a little touch of class. It's very nice and cool. It's very clean, except for what people put outside of their doors. The corridor is not particularly big. I mean, large, but it's a nice feeling. And of course, it's very late, so everybody's asleep, or many people are asleep, so you don't get that the crazy sounds of drunk people going back to their rooms. But presumably here they'll be a little bit better behaved. The elevators here are particularly fast. Of course, it's 1 o'clock at night in the morning, which means they're going to be very fast compared to, when traffic is at its peak. Going on to the 23rd floor, you got little videos playing as well, just to remind you where you are. So I'm on the 23rd floor, and it's exactly the same. Presumably where the suites are is going to be different, but I just wanted you to take a look at this beautiful place. And I will show you the room in another video. I just like to do things in categories, if you don't mind me doing that. You guys just got out of the elevators, and I'm going to continue showing you some parts of Delano. I just want you to get a feel of it. This is just a walkthrough, a basic walkthrough. I do love to meander, to hang out in high-end resorts, when I'm in high-end resorts late at night, because they always have these great sitting areas. And actually even SLS has it, and SLS, they've done a great job. But that's it, folks. That's it, folks. That's all there is, as you can see, elevators right, elevators left. Obviously it's a small branch of the whole complex, which houses Mandalay Bay as a main resort. Then obviously there's Four Seasons on one side, which is quite separate actually, and then Delano. I'm gonna go back onto Mandalay Bay. I just wanted to take a look. Those dogs, I've never seen dogs in a bar. I thought they were well behaved. Okay, let's just move on. I wanted to say this atmosphere is very, I want to say romantic, but it's not romantic, it's sensual. There you go, sensual. Just can imagine having interesting conversations in a bar like this when it's quieter. Okay, back into the light of Mandalay Bay, because Delano was pretty dark. I mean, the corridors were lovely and light, and the rooms are lighter. But let's not forget that that Delano used to be the hotel, which was primarily dark in terms of a theme color. Beautiful though, very elegant. Okay, let's move on. The huge sports betting area. I mean, I haven't seen anything this big in a long time. I mean, they usually are huge. The first time that I came to Vegas, I was blown away by these. I was just blown away. Just look at them, and it's just a totally foreign culture to me, at least at the time. And then I got corrupted, and this is just second nature now. Okay, let's move on. They even have the little sports book grill here, just a little place, just in case you don't want to walk too far. And then, of course, your poker playing section right here. One of the biggest, well, of course, famous Caesar's Palace, but one of the biggest I've seen on the Strip is actually at Venetian. It's huge. Now we're walking back onto the main casino area. There's so much more I have to show you, of course. But you get an idea. Imagine, of course, this is now almost 2 o'clock in the morning. Imagine, of course, what it's like when it's bustling with life, human crazy life. Human life with alcohol, enhanced by alcohol. I do like it when it's quiet. All right, and it's quiet no more. Okay, let's just move on from the poker area. If you want to read, you can just pause and read it all. It is Saturday night, so you're going to have bands. There were bands even at Excalibur, live bands. It's just what it is. I remember once I was playing here in Mandalay Bay and I was winning, and then the band started, and at the time it was really hard rock to say the least, and it completely ruined my game, and I lost hundreds of dollars, and I am scarred by that experience. I have not gambled in Mandalay Bay since. You've got your central table games here, the central bar, which is still lively. Yeah, walking away from this area. This used to be so lovely and peaceful. Here there are lots of restaurants. This is the restaurant area. And there's still lineups on a Saturday night at 2 o'clock in the morning. Or something going on. Look at the beautiful restaurant inside. This is what happens, you know, when you go to a higher end resort, you know, everything is so exciting. Showing you the areas. You'll see what's going on at 2 o'clock in the morning in Mandalay Bay. That's what's going on. Lineups for the club. Light. I'll show you. Don't be too overwhelmed by this VIP entrance, special entrance and so forth. There are easy ways to get in. You can always find so-called VIP entrances, invitations pretty much everywhere. Of course it happens when you're not looking. When you're looking you may not. But we do have a page on this if you want to have more information about all this VIP stuff in Vegas clubs. Lupo by Wolfgang Puck. Famous Wolfgang Puck. Lots of popular or famous restaurants here in Mandalay Bay and of course in other resorts, but the higher end resorts all have landmark restaurants. Another view of Lupo, the restaurant by Wolfgang Puck. It's rather large actually. This nice porticato which reminds me of Italy. I don't know why. Well, it does, but I don't know why it's in this theme. And something delightfully open at 2 o'clock in the morning still, which is nice because we come here to Vegas to experience the 24/7 lifestyle, which is great. And this place, of course, is Citizens. Open 24 hours. We do have a page on top-buffet.com about, wait, about cheap eats, cheap places to eat, open 24 hours. This is not a cheap place to eat, so I did not include it there. You can take a look at the offerings and the price. You can pause it. Hopefully you can read it. At least it's open. Fleur, so many places to eat, so much fun. And then here you have the famous Oriole. And I mean, I showed it to you before, but since I'm here, this is a famous restaurant, okay? And it's even on our page. We have a page on the best restaurants in Vegas, and you know, just a couple of, we mentioned a few names, just a few, but there are many more. And this is one of them because of this famous, shall I say world famous, collection of wine on display. Look at how tall it is. Anyway, it's fun. Look at this. This is how you enter the restaurant. And here on the other side, we have Kumi, the Japanese restaurant. Of course, it's closed. And this is the famous famous Bayside buffet. Famous because it's a buffet, one of the Vegas buffets. I do have a video of this buffet, and you will decide if it's for you, but we talk about it on top-buffet.com as well. I wouldn't say it's the landmark of the Strip, but it's a nice place to eat. It's a beautiful, beautiful dining area, but we show it on a different video. Okay, guys. This is the Sea Breeze Cafe. Isn't it nice when it's closed? No, I mean, it's just easier to show you things. And then there you had the high roller section. Can you see that little sort of a bay area on the left? Beautiful. And from this end, it's actually the entrance, official entrance, or one of the main entrances to Mandalay Bay, and that's why the lobby is relatively close by, concierge and bell desk. And as you enter, there is a band, another band here. You know, weekend, Saturday night, Friday night. This is all the rage. I'm sorry for shaking. I just want to walk quickly, and then I want to show these beautiful things. Very lively, even at 2 o'clock in the morning. Very lively. And we are approaching the lobby area of Mandalay Bay, which is beautiful. I mean, Mandalay Bay is a beautiful, beautiful resort, but I don't find it as friendly as others in terms of service, in terms of, I don't know, management. That's been my experience. It's just very unfriendly. I'm not saying they're rude, but I don't know. There's something about it. I cannot put my finger on it. I don't know. Even everything about Mandalay Bay is a little unfriendly. That's my experience. Of course, if you come here for a good time, you won't even notice it. Believe me. But I have been here over and over, comparing it to so many other resorts, and that's just my feeling. It's just my feeling. But don't let it put you off. It's a beautiful resort. It's right at the end of the Strip. And, you know, it's funny because no matter how beautiful it is, personally, I just avoid staying here. I mean, I have stayed here lots of times, but I avoid staying here because it's just too south, unless we come with a car. But even then, it's a long walk to the car park. It's just not ideal for me, though I love the beach, the wave pool. I showed you how beautiful it is, and the rooms are beautiful, the bathrooms are beautiful, but it's just something, the location, and then the overall, I don't know, unfriendliness of the place, at least from my experience. And that was one of the main exits and entrances, of course. I'll see if I can show you a shot from the outside, you know? See, that's the entrance to registration and bell desk. It's so difficult. Some resorts are easy for me to show them, to show them to you, because the way they laid out it's just a little easier. Oh my God, I'm eating my own words. Let's just see if I can show you a nice shot of this resort. And as I walk, actually, you see, this is 2 o'clock, people are leaving, going back to perhaps their resort, or from perhaps an evening here, seeing a show, or meeting their friends. But this is okay, the lineup isn't that bad at all. I mean, I've seen lineups at peak times that lasted for an hour. At least so it looked. And I'm not talking about necessarily Mandalay Bay, I'm talking about every resort on a weekend. So we talk about the possibilities, the choices that you have when you come to Vegas in terms of renting your own car, or using taxis or public transportations and so forth, because I know this is probably one of the things that it's on your mind if you're a first timer or even second timer, because we found out all those things as we kept coming here. So we have a page on Vegas transportation, which includes tips on renting cars and so forth. Well, I managed to show you a little bit of the outside, you know, as you go towards the entrance, or one of the two entrances. of Mandalay Bay. Oh, as you walk towards the restaurants and then you keep walking, eventually you get to this exit. And as you cross it, you cannot afford to go to those restaurants. To say, you can cross the road and there's a Subway there, there's a liquor store, of course, there's McDonald's, pizza and so forth. And it's an easy way, quite close. You can actually buy what you want. My God, feel this wind. All of a sudden, out of the blue, this desert wind. Wow, it's beautiful. It really is. So there you go, you've got quite a few options here. And if you really lose a lot of money gambling, there's a motel further down. You'll be surprised how not cheap certain motels, which are not even that great, I'm not talking about that one, I'm talking in general, can be. I mean, they're not that cheap. I remember once I stayed with my friends, we had lost quite a bit of money. That was at the beginning of a Vegas era, and we ended up staying in not at a horrible place, which is actually it's just closed and doesn't exist anymore. But oh my God, it was only a few years ago. Now this is the end of the strip, you know. So if you like to walk along the strip, yes, I mean you can come out here and it's beautiful in an evocative kind of way, but there are not that many people, even in the day. And I'm not saying it's dangerous, it just may not be for you, although if you keep walking that way, and I've done that, you'll find the famous Vegas sign. And this is a good place to stay if you plan to go to the outlet mall south and to the big Fry's Electronics. It's a good handy place if you want to go towards the south, even onto the beautiful M Resort. That's just an option if you are driving, of course. Otherwise, you have to use the bus, and you can see there are buses coming. Great place because it's empty. Great place to start getting on a bus. But beware of the huge distances, and it doesn't look that far. Like, look at the MGM sign, it's a long way. It isn't, you know, I mean, I'm by myself, I don't feel in danger, but I wouldn't necessarily recommend it, of course. Just wanted you to see the area. So sometimes when we talk about strip views, well, remember that Mandalay Bay is really south, so only you will be able to see the strip from a certain perspective. Of course, you're not going to be able to see mid-strip, obviously, no matter how high up you are, really. And then there's a Mr. Deli there, and there is a Motel 8 right there. It's been there for a long time, as far as I can remember anyway. I really wouldn't recommend walking from here to Luxor at night, not because it's dangerous, because it can be a little spooky, you know. It just feels that way, especially if you're used to, you know, the massive amount of people on the main areas of the strip. I'm going to leave you with a nice view of Mandalay Bay at night. So there's a lot to consider before you decide if this place is for you or not. It's a beautiful place, no doubt about it. But we do have sections on which Vegas hotel may be better for you depending on what you want on top-buffet.com. Feel free to ask us any questions via our comments page. See you on top-buffet.com. Bye-bye, guys.